of them together, correct?
Yeah.
You couldn't have an objection to that, right?
No, I support
Okay.
polyamory.
And so if they all went home that I was going through, you have a multitude of videos, and I kind of went over the positions, and I just want to make sure that this is correct. Yep. Essentially, you believe that people should strive to act with compassion, empathy towards everybody and kind of all creatures which exist, right?
Yes.
Okay. That there is a struggle, an ongoing struggle for justice, and that that needs to prevail, right? Including if it needs to prevail over the law, which Jesus Christ himself did, right?
Yes.
What?
Okay.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
One's body is their own, and it's not subject to somebody else, right? And their will.
I would talk about God having some authority and ownership of that too, but yes.
Okay. Freedoms for people should be respected, and you should not in any way unjustly encroach upon other people's freedoms.
Sure.
Okay. Belief should conform to one's best scientific and psychological understanding of the world, and one should take care not to distort scientific facts.
Yes. Okay.
And people are fallible. They make mistakes, and you should do your best to rectify those mistakes. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, real quick, I just wanted to show you, I'm going to share my screen here real quick.
Yes.
The 7 fundamental tenets.
Yeah.
Now, let me scroll down briefly.
I know where this is from.
And can you tell me, can you read that? What does that say?
Yeah, the Satanic Temple.
Of the Satanic Temple. So essentially your doctrine and dogma, right, 100% conforms with the 7 tenets of Satanism by your own admission. Is that correct?
Yes, but if you know about the Satanic Temple, they're actually an atheistic organization that does not believe in Satan or God.
You serious?
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I was just saying the Satanic Temple, if anybody knows, is an atheistic movement that does not believe in Satan or God. So it's an interesting thing to try to bring up, to try to align it with Satan, but there's no biblical basis that those are Satan's values, and the movement itself doesn't believe in Satan or God.
Correct. It's a secular organization, right?
Yeah.
And its stated goals are to be a subversive element to Christianity by utilizing Christian ethics against Christians. And they utilize these tenets in order to do that, which are borrowed from Christian ethics, as a way to snub their nose and say, nah, we got you, Christians. And you agree with every single tenet of the Satanic doctrine, the secular subversive organization, which is there specifically to destroy Christianity. Is that not correct, sir?
That's not correct, actually. I'm good friends with a Satanist who belongs to the Satanic Temple, and his goal and their goal is not to subvert Christianity, it's to subvert conservative Christianity, Christian nationalism, the kind that I do think that you probably represent. So
Christian nationalism did not even exist at the time of LaVeyan Satanism, wasn't even a thing. And the modern Satanic Temple, which took its lead from LaVeyan Satanism's 10 tenets for the now 7, right, also existed before there was a Christian nationalist movement at all, in order to remove the 10 Commandments from any type of public area, in order to remove any type of public prayer from schools, things like this. I suspect these are all things you support?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Stop it. Get some help.
How is that not subversive?
It is subversive. I believe Jesus is subversive.
What?
So you're a subversive.
Yes, I agree with what you said there. Of course.
Okay, gotcha. And you agree with all of the tenets of Satanism?
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Okay. So now that we have some of that clarified, can we just move on to a couple of basic questions that I have for you?
Yeah.
You converted to Christianity when you were 22.
No, 12.
12. I'm sorry. I read here that you made your final conversion or acceptance at 22. Is that right? When you were an adult? Or
no?
Okay. What did I get wrong?
The few things like the log cabin Republican thing is also interesting and incorrect. But I became a Christian at the age of 12 in a fundamentalist Baptist church. And ended up in an evangelical church, then went off to Moody Bible Institute to become a pastor, and graduated there when I was 21. And so
I see.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I conflated the two, is you graduated there when you were 21.
Yeah.
And you now serve as a pastor in
Yes.
pastoral duties, correct?
Absolutely.
I have a direct question for you. You may find it offensive, but I would like to have it answered. Have you engaged in group sex with men since you've been a pastor?
No.
Never?
No.
Do you condone group sex with men?
No, I would not say that's general sexual ethic that I would endorse.
Why?
Because I believe that sex is best consensually, lovingly between usually two people. But I also, and I write about this extensively at the end of my new book, that my version of sexual ethics isn't about rules. So you're going to be hard pressed to get me to come down firmly and say something is right or wrong objectively in all situations.
Then why not engage in group sex?
Because that's not what I want to do.
What an odd thing to say.
Yeah, I know. But if somebody does want to do it, why wouldn't you condone it?
I think that if your values are centered on love, consent, and adult relationships, then anything can be a healthy expression and anything can be an unhealthy expression.
What is blood yapping about?
Okay, so then you would, if somebody came to you and said, well, there's 4 of us men and we all want to get married to each other,
Yes.
you would marry all of them together, correct?
Yeah.
You couldn't have an objection to that, right?
No, I support
Okay.
polyamory.
And so if they all went home that night and had a big gay orgy, you would
It's not
not.
an orgy if they're married. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, okay, you wouldn't condemn it, right?
No.
Yeah, so you would condone it, you would marry it. So you do condone this activity.
Sure.
Okay, now,
The way that you're framing it now, yes.
yeah, now if 6 secularists made the declaration that they were married,
Yeah.
right, absent your authority to marry them, of which you have none, but if you, assuming I just granted that you did, the secularists who give themselves the authority and then they all marry each other, all 6 of them, you couldn't say that they're doing anything wrong, right?
I don't think consensual adults in relationships are doing anything wrong. No.
I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new guy.